So another name that we use for Shiva is Chandrashekhara. Chandrashekhara, if you break it up, Chandra is moon, Shekhara something in the shikha, in the head, right? So you notice that there's always Ardha Chandra in Shiva's head, right? So question is, what does that mean? I mean, who walks around with a moon stuck in the head, So obviously it is symbolic. It's not saying that there's somebody walking around with any more than Krishna walking around with a peacock feather. See, these are all symbolic, very symbolic. So if you look at Chandrashekhara, Chandra always gives you reflected light. Now, light represents knowledge in our tradition, right? So the original source of the light is coming from Surya. But Surya, that light can make me very hot, it can make me sweat, I cannot handle that. So what happens is this light that falls on the moon will get reflected, and the moonlight is always very cool and very pleasing, very, very pleasing. So the light or jnana, Veda jnana, if I try to get it directly, it can actually elevate my energy and temperature, and I may be uncomfortable actually. I may not even be able to handle it, right? Here the reflected jnana comes from where? From your guru. It's not one individual, we're not talking about one person, right? But that concept of gurutva, the concept of guru, we're not talking about one. Now, it may so happen at a given point in time, one individual may personify that concept. But actually we are talking about a concept, not an individual, right? So that gurutva concept or the guru concept is something that will absorb that light or energy or knowledge that I may not be able to handle and reflect something which is very pleasing to me and something I can absorb also. So in the process, the actual characteristic of that knowledge changes. So what is coming from the Vedas directly and what the Guru is transmitting to you based on that is something that can be very pleasing. So the mind actually is something that can receive this very well. So Shiva, if you do Shiva Upasana, what will happen is you will have actually access to this reflected knowledge, if you will, or that Gurutva concept, and you will get plenty of that reflected, very pleasing knowledge that I can not only enjoy, to use a common word, it's actually more than enjoyment, it is blissful. It's not something that just enjoy with your senses. It's not something that makes you happy. It's something more than that. It's something that makes you blissful. And this is one of the anugraha of Shiva that is resultant from tapas.